Uh, Sorry again, guys. I was continuing with the lecture and my phone memory it went out of space, so I had to delete certain files. And now I will continue again. So I was saying whenever a conductor it cuts the flux, rotating flux. Okay, what happens? An EMF is induced in that conductor. So as these rotor conductors they are short circuited and they have an EMF that is induced in them. So because of that, a current will flow in the rotor circuit, okay, which is called as rotor current. Now this because of the current in the rotor conductor, there it will create its own flux. Okay, the rotor conductor it will create its own flux, which is called as the rotor flux. Okay, this is what I have written here. I am writing whenever a conductor cuts the flux, EMF is induced in it. So EMF get induced in the rotor conductor, and as the rotor is short circuited, thus rotor current circulates through the rotor circuit and is called as which is called as rotor current. Now this rotor conductor it carries some current which is called as rotor current. Because of that, it will create its own flux which is known as the rotor flux. So I am writing because of the rotor current, rotor produces its own flux which is known as the rotor flux. Now I have two fluxes. One is the rotating magnetic field flux because of rotating magnetic field, and second is because of the rotor flux. Okay, now what will happen, these two fluxes they will interact with each other. Okay, so if you will see on the left half of the rotor conductor, the two fluxes will add up. Okay, if you will see the direction of the field or direction of force on this conductor, you will see that the flux is in this direction. Okay, if you will see, the flux is in this direction and this direction. Okay, outward from the conductor, you will see the flux here, it is in the direction of the rotating magnetic flux. So flux on the on the left side of the rotor conductor, it is in the direction of the rotating magnetic flux, so the two fluxes will add up. Whereas the flux on the right hand side of the rotor conductor, it is opposite to the direction of the rotating magnetic flux, so here the two fluxes will cancel each other. So overall you will see there will be more flux on this direction on the left side of this conductor, and less flux on the right side of this conductor. So because of this change in flux, or the different here flux will be more, here flux will be less. Because of that, the rotor will rotate. Okay, so and in which direction the rotor will rotate? The rotor will experience a torque from left to right. Okay, so let me write it down. So I am saying now we have two fluxes. One is rotating and second is rotor flux. One is rotating flux and second is rotor flux. These are the types of flux. Okay, so thus both the fluxes will interact with each other Okay, so if we will see that on left of rotor conductor, comma, two fluxes are in the same direction. Hence added together. Hence added up to get high flux area. So the portion to the left of this conductor, it will be called as a high flux area, whereas on the right side of the conductor, the two fluxes are in the opposite direction. On the right side, the two fluxes are in opposite direction. The two fluxes are in opposite directions and thus cancel each other. So a rotor conductor experiences, let me shift it up a bit, experiences of force from left to right. Okay, so the same effect will be experienced by all the rotor conductors. I am talking about one conductor, so I have number of conductors around the rotor. Okay, so the same effect will be experienced by all the rotors, and this, what will happen because of this effect, so all the rotor conductors, they will experience a torque, which, and thus because of that torque, the rotor will start rotating. 5, page number 6, this is my page number 7. So I am saying, last point, same effect is produced on all the conductors, all the rotor conductors, and overall rotor experiences a torque and will start rotating. So this was all about the working, the construction and working principle of a three-phase induction machine. Page number 1, there are the rest of the pages. Page number 2, page number 3, page number 4, page number 5, page number 6, and page number 7. So this is all about this topic, construction and working principle of a three-phase induction machine. So in case I will upload the lectures, though I'm a bit late in uploading. So I was supposed to upload it around 10, but now I am uploading it, I think it's 11:50. So you guys can watch these videos on my YouTube lecture, and in case you have any doubt, you can call me. Okay. So thank you very much.